Hello guys, Matthew here and welcome back again to the TechTick YouTube channel. After my initial review of the GTX 1060, that one being from MSI, their Gaming X version, today I am finally checking out the Gigabyte G1 gaming version of this mid-range Pascal graphics card. As you can see, here we have pretty much the same looking product box compared to the GTX 1070 G1 gaming version. On the front you won't see any pictures of the graphics card, just some visuals and features pointed out in the bottom left corner. While going to the back you will come across onto a brief overview of the card's main features, like the LED lighting and WindForce cooler design, which will give you a small glimpse of the card's actual design. Opening up the box, you will not get anything else except this small user manual and optical disc with drivers and software in this separate box, but hey, on the bright side, the graphics card is here. Right off the bat you can notice that Gigabyte went with one fan less for this model, so now we have two 90mm instead of three 80mm fans, which is in a way a logical move since the GTX 1060 has lower TDP compared to the GTX 1070 and 1080 series. The overall design theme basically remained the same. We have this black plastic outer shell with some orange details and a pretty clean looking surface. On the side of the card you can see the RGB lit Gigabyte logo and the fan stop indicator, while right next to that you will find one 8-pin PCI Express power connector. Opposite of that you won't find any SLI connection fingers, as the GTX 1060 doesn't support it at all. Beside those fans, the rest of the cooling system is very similar to the GTX 1070 G1 gaming model, consisting out of two big aluminum blocks which are mutually connected with two thick composite heat pipes for better cooling capacity and which go directly into contact with the GPU itself, while the rest portion of the aluminum heatsink also directly lies onto the video memory and the upgraded 6+1 power design, which was a 3+1 in its original, using their ultra durable technology and higher tier components. The rest of the PCB is pretty much stock-like. It goes along with the rest of design and the components, as it's also completely black, and especially because the card holds a big metal backplate on its back, just like on the GTX 1070 G1 gaming model. Lastly, we have your standard video output layout with 3 DisplayPort 1.4 ready, 1 HDMI 2.0B and 1 DVI-D. Putting the card onto the testing rig, I did my benchmarking runs in two scenarios, first using the card in Gigabyte's OC mode, which you can set through their Extreme Engine software. The card comes in gaming mode by default, but there is no reason for you not to use the OC mode, which pumps out that little bit of extra performance, which by default is declared at 1836 MHz for the GPU boost speed, but as you all probably know by now, the Nvidia's GPU Boost 3.0 technology additionally stretches that frequency with Pascal, in this case to very impressive 2000 MHz. The second scenario was of course with card being manually overclocked, and here I got some pretty decent results. I managed to bump it up to plus 150 MHz, which resulted in GPU speed going close to 2140 MHz, mostly in between that and 2100 MHz. Memory was fully stable at 2363 MHz, and all in all this increased frequency both in the GPU and memory speed yielded with quite a nice performance difference compared to the Gigabyte's OC mode. Taking a look at the results, just like with my first interaction with the GTX 1060, it's easy to conclude that this card series is ideal for high FPS 1080p gaming, while it can also power through this 16:9 1440p resolution or even this 21:9 1440p resolution that I have here. 4K gaming shouldn't be that big of a problem if you lower down settings a bit, especially since it has 6GB of video memory and if you put it in a scenario like this one where it's additionally overclocked. Temperature-wise, in idle this model was hanging around the 41 degrees Celsius mark, which is higher than the Founders Edition model, but of course you have to have in mind that this model has Gigabyte's 0 RPM fan mode feature, which is implemented in this version of their WindForce cooler design, and which turns on the fans when the GPU temperature is just above 50 degrees Celsius, but you can also adjust that with a custom fan curve if you wish to. After fans start to spin and with graphics card under full load, I was seeing around from 64 to 66 degrees Celsius in firmmark, fan speed being at 50% and 1350 RPMs, while in games it was more around 60 to 62 degrees Celsius with fan speed being around 40% and from 1100 to 1200 RPMs. In that case, fan noise wise the card was really silent, but I must send some complaints towards its coil whine, which was in some benchmarks and games pretty noticeable, even louder than the fans themselves on an open testbed. Nowadays this is basically unavoidable with higher tier graphics cards. The only thing you can do is to have a chassis that has a decent soundproofing. Beside the overclocking control that you'll get with using the Gigabyte's Extreme Engine utility, on there you can also control LEDs of the graphics card, their color and lighting pattern, as well as customize the fan curve, all in all your usual features within a software like this one. That's it guys for this time. Thank you once again for checking out the unboxing and review of the Gigabyte's GeForce GTX 1060 G1 gaming graphics card. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, leave a comment down below if you have any questions about the product, and of course if you would like to see more content like this you can subscribe to the TechTick YouTube channel, or you can just check out some of the other videos from before.